Okay, hello guys. This is IwebafaBlog, and welcome to another 2 p.m. every Sunday session. And last Sunday, I want to apologize for not being able to show up. I had an emergency, and so today I have a very special topic. And so I am going to wait until I start having people on the live session and then I'll kickstart. So thank you. So while I'm waiting for guests to join the live, I gonna introduce myself officially. This is Iwebafa and this is my blog. I am into coming on every Sunday at 2 p.m. just to engage individuals out there, get to interact with new people and get their opinion about certain, special topics. And so we try not to be political because that is not the agenda, but the agenda is to build a community of followers where we engage in personal stuff that matters to us and encourage one another and also, build life from there. There are many people outside there. There are a lot of people in the different parts of the world. Hi, hello. Hi, do you go by Lashmi Raju? Hi, how you doing? Thank you for joining the live session. This is IwebafaBlog. I usually come on live every Sunday at 2 p.m. US time, Central Standard Time. So I'd like to know who am I chatting with? And please drop in the chat where are you chatting from? Let me get to know you. And this is a community of, you know, individuals interact and share a different opinion. We try not to be political. This is not a political channel. And this is more like building each other through our conversation. There are specific topic people have questions about. And the last three sessions that we've had has been very, very engaging and an eye opener. For today, the special topic that I'm coming with is how do you handle conflict? Wherever you are, be it in a community gathering, be it in your workplace, be it in your personal life with your family, how do you handle conflict? So that's the topic that I'm bringing to you all today. And I would like to get your feedback and your thought process on what conflict means to you. And this session is only planned for 30 minutes. So within the next few minutes before the time elapses, I would like to invite you, if this is your first time joining this live, please click on the subscribe button and subscribe to this channel. I want to know you more. I want to engage with you more so that way we can continue to help each other through positive conversation. Okay. And for those of you that, are coming, I'm seeing some chats that are really negative comments. It is not welcome here, please. This is not the environment for that. Take it elsewhere. So we are here to build each other, okay? And we don't believe in negativity. We believe in positive and helping each other. It doesn't matter your religion. You can be a Christian, you're Muslim, a pagan, whatever your religion is, an atheist. You're welcome to interact and get to express yourself freely in a positive way. Be respectful of every other person on the session. So my name is Iwebafa, and I'm very excited to be on this live today. And so, please, I want to know more about everyone that I'm chatting with. I am chatting you from the US, and I'd like to know your location. Tell me where you're chatting me from, and yeah, I do have a couple of people in the session. Hi, Johnny. How you doing? Yes, awesome. Joseph, hi. Tell me where you chatting from. I am chatting you from the US. I'd like to know where your location is. Oh, thank you. People say that. I thank God for making me beautiful. Yeah, thank you. And so I'm going to get started again. Like I say, please, if this is your first time of joining this live, I'm telling you, you're in the right place. Your family here, you're welcome, and we love to hear from you. We love to to see you. So awesome! You chatting from Austria? Oh wow, that's a very beautiful place. Have heard a lot of good things about Austria. How is the country like? Greetings from California. Thanks, Mac. It's so great to meet you. Oh, Johnny from Mississippi. Awesome. That is awesome. Thank you. Oh, you just subscribed. Awesome. I appreciate it. Thank you. The topic that I was going to talk about is how do you handle conflict? We meet ourselves in different places. Growing up in a family where everyone have different opinion. Thank you so much, Mark. I appreciate it. Thank you for subscribing. Bruce City, what did he say? I bet that kitty got. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. But please, I hope you're okay with this. When I see your chat, I can read it out for people. Like if you have like a thought process you want to share, you want to help somebody to know how to handle things differently, I can always read it out for like everyone in the life to learn. And so I appreciate your feedback. It does matter and it goes a long way to make positive impact. And so I was in church today. I'm a Christian, and like I say, I have no disregard for your religion. If you're a Muslim and you're on this session, you're welcome. If you're an atheist, whatever your faith is, you're welcome, because I believe like everyone does have one or two things they can give. You don't ever feel like you have nothing to offer, okay? You're very important, and you're very valued. That's why you are existing. If there's nothing important about you, you will not be existing in the first place. So I want you to know that you're very valued and you're very important, okay? So drop your comments. First of all, like I say, please do not forget to subscribe. And I'm just gonna go straight to the topic. And as much as I see your comments, I'm gonna be reading it out. So today when I went to church, I learned something about how to handle conflict. I personally, I have been in situation where I wasn't matured enough to know how to handle certain conflicts. Sometimes we have this natural tendency to always want to be right, to always want to be defensive. When something pops up, when you have like a disagreement with somebody, there's always like this natural tendency to always want to feel like, oh, you're right. But do you know, like when you do that, I've learned like when you do that, you're actually giving your power to the other person. So a lot of times, it is way better to have things peacefully than to have things in chaotic manner. I don't know if that makes sense to any of you, but I really want to hear from you. That is my understanding based on the source where I learned how to handle conflict. I want to learn from you. Tell me what you think about conflict and how to handle conflict. Say, for example, now you've built a very wonderful relationship with somebody that you guys have been like very connected for a very long time. You guys share certain interest and certain common personality, and then something just pops up from nowhere, and you really don't know like why did this disagreement just arise from nowhere. So now that to me, the first question that I'm learning that I have to ask myself is, how important is this person to me? How important is the relationship that I have with this person? How important is it? And when you understand how important that relationship is, that helps you to like see things differently. So the best thing is to just take a step back and just be like, okay, I'm just going to let this person have his or her way. And nature always have a way of redirecting people, especially when they're going in the wrong direction, right? And so with conflicts, you don't want to like put yourself more into it. You want to like take a step back and rethink, so that way you can be able to address the issue in a more responsible way. So that is what I understand, and I'm happy to share that. So I'd like to know, what do you think? What do you understand about conflict from your end? Tell me. And how do you handle conflicts? So I'm just gonna wait and see who is gonna be the first to go. Yes, I am seeing subscription coming in. I'm seeing the likes. I'm seeing the comments. I definitely can't wait to read out the first amazing comment. Hey. Yep. Thank you for joining the live. If you're just joining for the first time, the topic is, how do you handle conflicts? So wherever you are, there've been certain times where there's some relationship you never imagined was just gonna like disappear because the way you handled whatever conflict you had wasn't appropriate, even though you felt like you were right. But now let's learn from each other. So when you're in a situation, you're having conflict, how do you handle it? How do you handle conflict in your everyday life? Because whether we like it or not, we humans, we have the tendency to always, you know, get on the wrong side of other people. It's always bound to happen because we are not perfect. Okay. And so, but when you are in that kind of situation, the question now is, how do you handle those conflicts? What the right stand that usually comes to your mind to take, so that way you don't lose important relationship, you don't lose important friendship, because nobody is perfect, and the same person you might be having conflict with, you really don't know how beneficial that person is going to be with for you in few years to come, in some time from now. So you don't want to like be losing all relationship, all because there's a disagreement, or because there's a conflict you could not resolve. The important thing is, how do you maintain those relationships with those people while resetting the boundary? How do you handle the conflicts? I really want to know. I don't know it fully well, but the little that I've learned, I've shared it earlier. If you watch the video from the start, you can be able to like hear my opinion. But I really want to learn. I really want to learn because I believe as a human, we should always like strive to be better than who we are yesterday. We should always strive to be better than who we used to be. Yes. Oh, dun, dun, dun. Don't forget to tell me where you're subscribing from, where you're joining from, what country, what location, and give this channel a thumbs up if the topics that you've been seeing so far is of interest to you. And yeah, awesome. Thank you guys. We need more subscribers, because the more subscribers we have, the more we'll be able to like gets that wider outreach, and this is not just for me, this is for everyone that is very passionate about building their life in a positive way. And this is also for those that that are looking for community where they can feel they belong, and they can engage and help themselves in a very positive way. Um, Okay, so we have 15 more minutes for the session to be over. I really like YouTube. Do you know, like, I'm seeing some really, really negative comments on the session. And the purpose for this session does not warrant all of those negative comments. And so I'm just like, what are people thinking when they drop some negative comments on, on live sessions, like especially when the topic of the live session is just so far away from their intention. So but anyway, that's not a problem. The thing is, it is bound to happen. It is bound to happen to always see people come in and say things completely different. So hi Brandon, it's so great to have you on the session. Where are you chatting from? Thank you for joining the live. It's so great to have you here. You're welcome. You're very important, and I value you, and I'm so happy to see you joining this live. If this is your first time, please hit the subscribe button. This is a community that I'm building, not just for myself, but for every other individuals in different parts of the world to connect and to be able to help each other in our conversation, build each other up, and learn something new, because there's so much chaos out there. There's already a lot of chaos, and people are striving for a different meaning for life. People are like looking for something different, and it's so hard. Oh no, it's awesome. So I'm actually doing my live from Tennessee, USA. So thank you. And when you tell me about where you're chatting from, please feel free to just express yourself the way you feel comfortable. So it's great to have you chatting from Minnesota. It's great to have you. Thank you for joining the live. And I don't know if you joined from the beginning. This is just a 30-minute session, and we have 13 more minutes for the session to be over. This usually we I have this session every Sunday at 2 p.m. I usually come with different interesting topic. Today's topic was, how do you handle conflict? So how do you handle conflict? I am getting to learn. It's very important to maintain relationship. It's very important to maintain relationship with a lot of amazing people that you've encountered in life. But sadly, unfortunately, there are certain relationship you can't maintain, right? And so when you find yourself in a conflict that you did not see coming, and it just like hits you all of a sudden, how do you handle it? And so that's the question that I'm asking for today. I personally, I take a stand that you should just take a step back, evaluate. Oh, you're going to. Oh, that's awesome. Well, safe travels, Brandy, safe travels. And so I'm just like, taking a step back when you're in the middle of a conflict. It's very important. Think about the individual. How important is that individual to you? How much value do you place on that individual? So, depending on how much value you place on the individual, we really help you to see differently how to react. And every conflict does not require a fight. I've handled things in the wrong way in the past, and I've learned better. Every conflict does not require a fight. Sometimes some conflict just requires you to just walk away. Yeah, look like the fool sometimes, but it will go a long way to give you peace of mind. You understand what I'm saying? And that's something that I personally want to like I want to continue to embrace, because you really don't know, later down the line that person might also be of benefit to you. Oh, so Brandon says, I had a conflict that almost ended up having a charge against them and a restraining order. Wow, that's interesting. Do you want to tell us more about it, or do you feel like it's not something you feel comfortable to share in the public? And I'm also like curious, how what was your approach? How did you just go for the restraining order, or was there like a more okay, yes, okay, perfect. So yes, for such kind of that kind of situation seemed to be very sensitive situation. I mean, I'm not there. I didn't know exactly everything that went on, but it interprets to me that it must have been a very sensitive situation. And it's very interesting when we find ourselves in that place. And tell me, even the most wisest, the most bravest of all usually gets thrown aback on how they handle situations like that. So if you're still standing and you're still pushing through, I want to tell you, you're doing good, Brandon. You're doing good. You're doing good. Yeah. So don't give up. Don't give up. And I don't know what role that person may have played in your life, but another thing you can use to help yourself is forgiveness, because sometimes there are certain things, it's, as a human, it's hard to forgive. I'm just being honest. There are certain individuals that it's very hard to forgive, but it matters. It's helpful because when you forgive people, you set yourself free. It's not something that you can do instantly. No, it takes time. You just have to give yourself extra time, a little bit of more patience. But when you come to fully forgive, you are setting yourself free, and you'll be able to like clearly see how to handle those kind of different conflicts. So Brandon just gave us a very, very interesting point. And I want to hear from the rest of you that are joining this live. What is conflict to you? How do you handle conflicts? I'm chatting you from USA, Tennessee, and so I had my ex best friend come up to me at recess F10 back in fifth, come up to me F9, and she said, I heard you were talking crap about me. And when I said I didn't and tried to walk away, she grabbed, oh, wow. Mm, wow. I am very like blown away how easy it is for people to like, you know, take things beyond the level that we expect. So I can't imagine how that person's reaction may have felt to you, Brandy. Grabbed my bed, my wrist, and yanked me back and screamed for me not to talk shit about her again. Oh wow. So that is a very interesting conflict. And I appreciate you for sharing that. And how did you handle it? Did you fight back? Did you like, is that the reason why you had to get a restraining order? Which that's a reasonable thing to do, because there are certain conflicts that you cannot handle yourself. So if getting a restraining order was a helpful thing, I will say yes, that was a good step. Because when people are bringing some kind of fight your way, it's just better to stay away from them, because fighting back may result to something that may put you in a situation that you will regret for the rest of your life. So a lot of times I believe, either putting a restraining order on them or just staying far away from them is very, very reasonable thing to do. But forgive. And my other friend pulled me back and hugged me as I cried, and no, I cried and walked away. Oh my, that is so sad. So it's I really appreciate that you're sharing this. I mean, this is a very, very interesting conflict, and I am very proud of you the way you handled it, because and there was nothing put on her, because it would have been a yes say, so sadly nothing else happened. Oh wow. That's interesting. How people just feel so comfortable to like make other people feel bad. How people just feel so comfortable in attacking other people without taking responsibility for their actions in a positive way and doing the right thing. It makes me feel sad. So I am very proud of you that it seemed to me you handled it in a very matured way, and kudos to you for that. So, um, yeah, fighting back is just not the solution, because a lot of times when you fight back, you might end up hurting yourself the more. Sometimes walk away, like, let them see you as a fool, let them see you as a fool, but it goes a long way to really speak volume about who you really are. So but like I say, forgiveness, because Jesus has forgiven you. The best thing is, our mom never held her accountable. Oh, wow. Wow, that's interesting. So let me not bring religious into this, because I I don't know if other people might find it to be sensitive, but I believe in Jesus, and the my faith have taught me, like, forgiveness is a key thing that can set me free from my offenders. So I pray that that God is gonna give you the heart to forgive that person that did whatever they did to you, Brandy. And I hope that you'll be able to have better relationship with amazing people in the future. There are a lot of amazing people out there that you can meet and that bring peace to your life. So I hope that you get to meet such people. Oh, yeah, it's okay. And like I said from the beginning of this session, Brandy just said that it doesn't want to forgive, and nobody can take it against you for not forgiving, because you are human, and maybe the the level of the hurt may have gone very deep for you. So that's okay. Take your time. Forgiveness is not something that you just let go in just one day. It takes time. But retaliation is what is the no-no, because sometimes you might retaliate and it might result to a negative result. So a lot of time it's just better not to retaliate on certain issues. So just take a step back, just to avoid further conflicts. Yeah. Thanks for sharing. You made this session to be more engaging, and I'm so happy that I got to interact with you. I've never met you before, but now you're family. I hope you are subscribed to the channel. Thank you so much. Yes. And yeah, so guys, it's almost in 2 minutes time this session will be over. So if you've not subscribed to this channel, please kindly subscribe, so that we can reach out to people, so that people can be able to come out and express themselves, without being judged. And I hope that this session has kind of like lifted you in a positive way. I hope you learned one or two things. And like I say, this session is always every Sunday, okay? And turn on your notification bell. It's always at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. So I hope that by before the next session, there will be another interesting topic to talk about. And thank you for everyone that have engaged, and thank you for everyone that has subscribed. I'm so happy that I get to like interact with you guys today. So I'm just gonna leave the session in the next few seconds before the session ends. I'm gonna see. Okay, so Brandon said yes, I have. Thank you for interacting with me. That was very helpful. Oh, yeah, I'm so happy that was helpful, and I'm so happy that I got to interact with you. I want you to know that there's nothing wrong with you. I've never met you before, but I can tell you're a very amazing individual. So keep being you. Take your time. If it's hard for you to like heal from this, please try to find resources that can help you heal, because sometimes certain things people do to us, it takes a while for us to heal. And I want you to don't isolate yourself, okay? Don't isolate yourself. Engage with people that care about you, okay? And keep staying positive, okay? All right. Okay, guys, and I look forward to the next session. Until then, please stay safe and be careful out there, and take care of yourself. It's going to be a new week. Even if you're working so hard, always remember to get some rest and stay hydrated, okay? And for those that are in the US, welcome to the fall, officially to the fall. We already have the leaves falling down. So, welcome to the fall. Prep yourself for the winter. All right, see you guys on the next session. And I love you all. Bye.